Assalamu alaikum. Welcome my YouTube channel. Welcome my YouTube family to your own channel Good Knowledge Hub. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, why we fumble in our conversation with any speaker or with any audience. This is very important problem because when you are a learner or when you are not a native speaker, you often fumble due to various reasons. First of all, we will discuss the reasons, then we will find out the solutions. The first reason why we fumble is that we try to translate from our native language to English in our conversation with any person. And in this process, when we are finding out where should be the subject, where should be the object, where should be the verb, and which kind of sentence is suitable, either it is active voice or either it is passive voice. We are in this process of struggling from translating into English, because in our conversation it should only take 20 to 30 seconds to reply. But when we are formulating all these things and when we are translating from our native language to English in order to respond to the speaker, we exceed this limit. And when we have realization that we have exceeded the limit, we fumble. The next reason why we fumble in our conversation is that when we try to speak too quickly. Because most of us in our society have this notion in their mind that when they speak quickly, they will sound native and they will be attractive and elegant and they will be called and educated and they have so much English speaking skills. In order to speak too quickly, we fumble. Next is that when there is lack of ideas in your mind, and you don't have proper ideas to respond, then you fumble. Often the lack of vocabulary, the lack of grammatical structure cause this fumbling position. And we often fumble because of these reasons. And we often fumble because of this, that we don't practice. Lack of practice also make us to fumble in our conversation. These are 4 reasons why we fumble in our conversation with any speaker. And the solution is that we should avoid to translate. And we should avoid to translate this habit of translating from our native language to English language. We should try to organize and train our mind to think in English language, so that when you are in a conversating situation, when you are in a conversation or when you are speaking to an audience, you should not have to formulate sentences and you should not have to do translation from your native language to English language. And in this process, your answer will be effective, your body language will be effective, and you will be all attentive. And this will make your communication skill better than translation. The next step is that you have to reduce your speed. Because when you are in a hurry or when you speak too much, too quickly, words are not joined in our mind because it is our not native language. Words don't occur in our mind naturally. We put our conscious effort to formulate sentences. While translating or while speaking too quickly, we fumble because words are not organized in an organized manner. We don't have the time to formulate sentence and we utter words too quickly. So avoid this second habit. First, you have to avoid translation. And you have to train your mind to think in English. Then you will be able to translate, or then you will be able to speak without translation. And the second thing is you have to reduce your sound. You should have to reduce your speed of speaking so that your mind will be capable in order to join the words. And when you will be stuck in some position, your mind can be capable to find some other way, some other words, some substitute words, some alternative words to fill the gap. And the next point is that when we lack ideas, then we fumble. It requires the proper preparation for the situation. For example, if you are attending the political meeting, you should have to prepare yourself for that meeting by getting ideas on political situation. But if you are speaking to an audience and you have to deliver a lecture to your students, prepare yourself beforehand so that you don't have lack of ideas, a lack of vocabulary, a lack of grammatical structure. You should have to prepare yourself first and keep this thing in your mind that language English speaking is not our mother tongue. It doesn't happen to us naturally. Then the most important thing is that you should have to practice. Practice makes a man perfect. Until and unless you don't give yourself an exposure to speaking, you will not be able to speak. You should have to use language in real situation. You should have to practice by yourself. You should have to practice by yourself in all alone in your room in front of the mirror, and then you should have to develop your habit to speak in front of any kind of audience. You should have to view different kind of audios, apps, newscast, podcast, interviews, and these things will make you eligible. But all these things will finish at the point when you will speak by yourself. You have to need to practice more, because fumbling is not a big issue. If you fumble a little, it doesn't matter. But if you fumble from here and there and you are fumbling too much, it matters a lot. Take time, take practice, reduce your speed, avoid translating sentences. Practice yourself by thinking aloud, by speaking, by uttering. You should have to train your mind, and then you have to train your mouth to utter the words required for the specific situation. I hope that by following these steps, you will be able to avoid your fumbling situation. And comment me in my comment section what kind of steps you are following to avoid fumbling, so that others can have benefit from them, and your comments are highly valuable and appreciated by me. If you like the video, kindly share and subscribe it. Thank you so much.